All right, this video here is brought to you by your boy Chris Lee. This is another episode of Blurred Talk. You know we about to get into some blurred stuff. If you like gaming, if you like anime, if you like comic books, pop cultures, 80s classic action hero genres, or whatever it is, you revolving around nerdom, you're in the right spot. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button.
Motivation on E. Whole Wi-Fi, my peace, deal low. That's your boy Chris Lee. Begging you to set me free. We both know what I can be. Let me loose and reclaim my sleep. No time for
to jump into it. Now I know a lot of you are gamers because this episode's about gaming. It's about release dates and delays and whatever. But this is about gaming, all right? So a lot of you may have played Grand Theft Auto 5, right? You play Grand Theft Auto 5, right? A lot of you are Grand Theft Auto fans like myself. I played pretty much every one of them. My favorite is still with Nico Bellic, which is Grand Theft Auto 4. It's one of my favorites of all time. Man, there've been days when I played that game where you go kind of after getting a firefight with the cops and everything. A lot of you may not know this, but I found out a little way to kind of like just max out like your kills. Go into the hospital, right, on Grand Theft Auto 4, go into the hospital with Nico Bellic. Put your cheat code on there as far as your unlimited health and unlimited weapons, and you hide, get you some cover in the hospital, because there's only one entrance. So as they coming in, you're popping them off. And it's like, it's foolproof. You do not lose. You will not lose. You understand me? Foolproof. That hospital, bruh, like, listen, like, you had your health packs in if you ever need one, but there's only one way in and one way out. And I'm talking about you got the SWAT and everything coming after you, and they cannot get to you. They are like stacked up at the door, like the hospital door don't even close anymore, and that was a time for me, a lot of us play Grand Theft Autos for those particular moments, all right? Not saying I advocate anything violent in real life, but we just talking about video games here for educational purposes, as you will see. So, but yeah, that was one of my favorite games of all time. Even when you had Cat Williams on Grand Theft Auto 4, you had Cat Williams. I can't remember what stand-up special he had, but I think one of the jokes was about smoking weed and being deaf with this shit called deaf, like that whole bit. But you really had Cat Williams in a video game, but this was when Cat Williams was at the height of his career. Like when he had like a really good run. So you had him in a video game, and you can literally have your character, you're going on a date. Like, that's why Grand Theft Auto 4 is the greatest Grand Theft Auto of all time. I'm sorry. A lot of people are going to say Grand Theft Auto 5, but Grand Theft Auto 5 is fire, story-wise. But just the things you can do on 4, a lot of people say, what about San Andreas? San Andreas was pretty much like the pioneer to that path that they end up going on. And then Grand Theft Auto 4 just took it and said, let me show you, appreciate your contribution and thank you for showing us this direction, and let me show you how we do it. You feel me? And when you can Nico can call her one of his shorties, lady friends, be like, yo, let's go to a date. You know what I mean? I think it was one of his best friends, sister or something like that. They go on a date. You can go to Coney Island. You can play bowling. You can literally play pool. You can play darts, bro. Darts, like literally like a game within a game with fire. You get on a little fire, the little carousel or whatever. You could get on some of the rides there, right? You even had like a mission where you can go to the Haitians. I don't know what part of New York it was, but you go to the Haitians bar and play pool with the Haitians, like play pool with them, like, or Jamaicans, or, you playing pool with them, like literally, like in the game, playing pool. Got the music in the background, fire soundtrack, all right, boom, so it's so much you can do in that game. And when you can go to, I forgot what the name of the burger spot, but you can actually go into a burger spot, sit down, you can eat, you can have a firefight with the cops out there as well, or with some of the biker gangs or whatnot. Like, that game was just, like, remastered that. If you gonna make us wait this long for that, okay, cool. They remaster 4, because you don't remaster the game. You remastered San Andreas, but not really. You just add a different filter to it. But remaster Grand Theft Auto 4 since we're waiting. You know what I mean? Like, give us that. Nico Bellic deserved to be in 4K, in 120 or 60, whatever. And it was so crazy because you can sit down and watch TV on Grand Theft Auto 4. Like your character can sit and just watch TV. And granted, it's crappy TV, but it was for obvious purposes. It was meant to poke fun at TV. It was so cool. You had missions even on there where you can like do bounty hunters, be a bounty hunter. You can actually steal a squad car, police car, and then you can actually go into their database and find out the most wanted criminals, and you can hunt them down and get paid for it. And take them out and get paid for it. Like that was oh my God, bro, that was crazy. You was in that charge of this, you know what I'm saying? Hey, freeze. You know what I mean? Like you was, man, that was a game, bro. That was a game. You feel me? And then obviously you got Grand Theft Auto 5, which definitely took it up, another level where, you can modify your cars, which is bringing it back to the roots of it. It's Grand Theft Auto, right? And Grand Theft Auto 5 is pretty much more of a love letter to the original, the theme of it all with cars, right? Because Grand Theft Auto 4 didn't really focus so much on the cars of the aspect. So it was more so of just, a low-level criminal working his way up the ranks. And in the cars was cool, but they weren't the forefront of the game. So Grand Theft Auto 5 brought it back to its roots with the cars and the different versions of cars you can get. And now you can customize your cars on Grand Theft Auto 5. You got a body shop. You can just hook up everything, your horn, your spoilers, your lift kits, rims, everything, color, customize it, whatever you want. Like that's Grand Theft Auto. So they definitely took it to another level there. And then obviously in Grand Theft Auto, you can purchase weapons and modify. Well, you can't necessarily modify your weapons, but you can purchase weapons of different sorts. And then you can purchase like nightclubs and clubs and invest. Like Grand Theft Auto 5 really, you add almost like a Monopoly style of a format. Like you can buy into different properties. You can buy properties and you can make money on weekly allowances and monthly allowances off the properties you purchase. So it was more than just about stealing, jacking cars and doing heist missions. It was teach you how to be a criminal like mastermind or a criminal empire, if you would say. So Grand Theft Auto 5 definitely adds something new to the whole lore of Grand Theft Auto. So being that we got that on 4, then we got that on 5, now we're looking at 6, like, and you saw some of the trailers on 6 where it's a Bonnie and Clyde type of a layout with a buddy and this old lady, and she gets out of jail, they go back on heist and whatnot. And it's really a really good setup and a refreshing story to tell. But these are the things that I personally would like to see in that game. I would love to see multiplayer, obviously online. Definitely bring that back. But I also would like to see some of the heroes or some of the characters of the past games. For example, on Grand Theft Auto 5, you had old buddy, I forgot his name, but with the biker game, getting stumped out by Trevor. But that was his intro, and then you heard mention of Niko Bellic a few times on Grand Theft Auto 5 as well. So I would love to see like a cameo of Niko Bellic or a cameo of any other buddy from Vice City or the past, stars of the genre, right? I would love to see them do like a heist and it be something along the lines of, look, I know somebody, it kind of bring them in, like that'll be fire. Now, there probably won't be playable characters, probably not playable, but you bring them on to kind of like, I think that'd be fire. I think it'd be almost like a Spider-Man Far From Home type thing, where you just kind of bring in the heroes of the past. That'd be dope, or the criminals of the past, if you say. But with that being said, I think that'll be fire, honestly. It's going to be in Florida, in Miami. I do want it to be an open map. Like, I do want them to be able to travel to Vice City or be able to travel to Liberty City, to San Andreas, and all that good stuff as well. I would love to see them to be able to explore all of the maps and connect it. And then that'd be another way they can actually connect the entire thread of story, right? So it'd be dope if like everybody's story in some fashion or form is interconnected, and then boom, oh my God, this person, it has all become one big story. That'd be dope. That'd be fire, personally. I mean, at this point, you gotta really take it up a bit higher, right? It's more than fidelity and realism and gunplay. You really got to step up. Like on Grand Theft Auto 5, each of the characters had a special ability. One had rage, one had super high sense, one had the ability to slow down time to drive in traffic. So you had different elements there. So I don't know what element they would add to this, but do something to kind of step it up, because at this point, we're waiting for so long. I mean, we really need to have something tangible here. You feel me? I would love for it to be where you can play both sides of it, right? Like you can perhaps play the cop. I think I seen a trailer with a cop in there. You can perhaps play the cop that's chasing the bad guys. That'd be dope. Like you can actually be on the law side of it, chasing the criminals. Like that'd be almost like a wired earth, you know, say Western type of thing, you know, like, you know, hey, I'm a badass lawman too. I can be able to, you know. So I think that'd be something interesting. There's a lot of different elements that can go into making this game fire. At this point, since we're waiting so long, might as well make a wish list, right? Definitely emphasizing the vehicles, obviously. But I would love to see, like I want to say like an open world freedom to roam, and I don't mean just in Florida. Like I do mean like the maps, you know, of the games of the past. That'd be fire. Like that'd be so dope to do so. Outside of that, man, it's like the ceiling is really high. It's really high for Grand Theft Auto. I think it's one of those scary places to be in as a developer. Like you came up with something so good, you're almost afraid to follow up from it because you don't want to fail, right? So it's almost like, I don't know, it's like you come up with something so just Harlem Nights, for example. You know, like such a classic film. It's like, do you really want to make a sequel, right? Do you really want to tear this up, you know? It just to where you get like projects that are so good where, man, I'm scared to make a sequel because it may not be as good. Almost like Eddie Murphy coming back to the stage to do comedy stand-up again, right? Like your lore, your history, your body of work has been so just perfect. You do not want to tarnish that. And that's the same thing it is with gaming. Like you can have game sequels that we want and we cry about, whine about, and campaign about. But a lot of times the developers don't want to do it because of fear of failing, right? Fear of making it worse. Like when we got Coming to America 2, we all want to see another version of Coming to America. But when we got Coming to America 2, it fell flat. It wasn't what we expected. It wasn't what we wanted. We appreciated it, but it just wasn't what we was clamoring for. So with that being said, the same thing goes in gaming or just in the entertainment industry. People demand repeat of what was great, but sometimes you don't wanna mess that up. So as I say that, I say this: make this one completely different than the other two predecessors. Don't try to add on to what was on 5. Like make it its own individual entity, right? And obviously you got the bare bones of Grand Theft Auto, but that's all you need: automobiles, heist, criminal element there. Everything else, it should be a fresh take, a fresh, just new direction. So, hey man, like drop the game. November 19th, 2026 is a long time. That's a year and a few weeks away. That is crazy. At least give us a demo. At least give us a demo. Like at least give us some gameplay. At least show us a little bit more gameplay. Can you do that? Can you? We heard not here, man. We heard. But anyway, with that being said, people, thank y'all for joining another episode of Blurry Talk. I'm trying to knock out as many of these as possible. Right now, my eyes are squinching. I'm not trying to give you the light skin face because I got the sun right here, like beaming on my face. And this is the only place I get great lighting. So I'm fighting against lighting and you know. So, but with that being said, though, I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all drop a comment. Like, what y'all think? What do y'all think Grand Theft Auto 6 should implement? What other features that you would love to see or that you would love them to leave on the cutting room floor? Like, chime in. Let me know what you think. Peace.